Welcome back, everyone. Today's deep dive is going to be electrifying. We're talking about the business of selling electricity and natural gas contracts.
That's right.
We're going to be pulling some insights from a book called Dialing for Dollars, Selling Electricity and Natural Gas Contracts. We want to figure out, what makes this business so lucrative, especially now with platforms like TruPowur shaking things up.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up because it's actually a really timely topic.
Okay, so tell me why.
Well, more and more energy markets are becoming deregulated, so you have more competition, more options for people to choose from, and
A whole lot of opportunity.
yeah, exactly.
Now, I got to say, when I first started skimming through this book, the thing that really got me hooked was the idea that some energy salespeople are earning six-figure commissions plus residuals.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a big draw for a lot of people.
I mean, that's huge. So break it down for me. What does that actually look like in practice? What are we talking about here?
Well, the book gets into some specific commission structures, and it's not just about getting a cut of the initial contract, right?
Right.
Imagine this, you close a deal, let's say, with a big commercial client. And then every single month for the entire duration of their contract, you get a percentage of their energy spend.
Oh, wow. So you're not just chasing the next deal.
Exactly.
You're building a portfolio of clients that generates ongoing income.
Exactly.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, and the book actually gives some pretty compelling examples of people who have used this, to create some serious long-term wealth.
That's incredible.
But it's not all about the money.
Okay, tell me more.
Another thing that I found interesting is the variety of clients that you can target.
Yeah, because we're talking homeowners.
Homeowners.
Small businesses.
Small businesses.
Huge corporations.
Exactly. All kinds of different people with their own unique needs and priorities when it comes to energy.
That makes sense.
So you could really niche down,
Okay.
become an expert in a particular area. Like, for instance, you could help restaurants navigate all those energy contracts. Or you could even guide, say, manufacturing companies towards renewable options.
Okay, now you're talking my language, because that was actually my next question.
Yeah.
How do you sell something as complex as renewable energy contracts?
Well, that's a great question.
And I do want to get to that, but first,
Yeah.
I have to ask, because the book keeps mentioning this platform called TruPowur.
Yeah.
Why is this platform such a game changer?
So TruPowur, think of it like your secret weapon in this business. It's designed to make literally every step of the process so much easier.
Easier how?
From finding potential clients to managing all those complex contracts that we were talking about.
So it's not just about closing deals.
Right.
It's about managing all the moving parts of this whole crazy energy market, especially in a deregulated environment.
Yeah, exactly. And the book really focuses on how TruPowur levels the playing field, right? You don't need to be an energy expert to succeed in this business if you have the right tools at your fingertips.
Okay, well, that's a bold claim.
It is.
I got to admit, I'm still a little fuzzy on some of the nuances of these different contracts.
Okay, yeah.
We've all heard of fixed rate, variable rate.
Sure.
But the book also mentions something called indexed contracts. And I'm not exactly sure what that means.
So fixed and variable are fairly straightforward, but index contracts, those are where things get a bit more interesting.
Okay, enlighten me.
So they're basically linked to a specific market index, right?
Okay.
Like the wholesale price of energy.
So it's kind of like a hybrid between fixed and variable.
Exactly.
Get some predictability, but also the potential for savings if the market moves in your favor.
Exactly.
So I'm a business owner. Maybe I can handle a bit more risk.
Yeah.
But I also want some protection against those price spikes.
Sure.
An index contract might be a good sweet spot.
You got it. And that's the kind of insight you need to have as a salesperson in this business.
Okay, that's fascinating.
It's not just about selling a product. It's about really understanding the needs of your clients and finding the perfect solution for them.
Okay, well, that brings us to the human side of this business, which is something that Dialing for Dollars devotes a whole chapter to.
Yeah.
Mastering the art of phone sales.
I love that chapter.
What are some of the key takeaways, for building trust and closing deals over the phone?
It's all about that rapport, right? You've got to establish credibility right away, demonstrate your expertise.
In the first few minutes?
Yeah, right off the bat.
All right.
The book talks about this technique called finding the pain point.
Oh, I like that.
Figure out what's keeping your potential client up at night when it comes to energy costs, and then boom, you're the solution.
It's like being a detective, gathering clues, figuring out their needs, their concerns.
Exactly. Especially in a market where people are probably feeling pretty overwhelmed with all the different options out there.
Right. And the book also mentions something about using social proof. So showcasing testimonials from those satisfied customers, or even mentioning other salespeople who have closed deals using TruPowur.
Yeah. It's not just about making claims, it's about backing it up with real-world examples.
Shows that you're credible.
Right. And that's where TruPowur can be super helpful because it gives you access to all that data.
Right at your fingertips.
But it's not just about providing data.
It's okay, so there's more to it.
There's definitely a human element, right? The book emphasizes the importance of creating a sense of urgency without being too pushy.
Right, you don't want to scare people away.
Exactly.
So it's about empowering the client to make an informed decision, not pressuring them into something that they're not comfortable with.
Exactly.
And there's actually a really great anecdote in the book about a salesperson who was struggling to close a deal with a really skeptical business owner. And
Oh, wait, before you tell that story, what's resonating most with you about these sales tactics?
honestly, what stands out to me is this emphasis on understanding the psychology of the buyer. It's not just about having a slick sales script.
Right.
It's about actually connecting with people and figuring out how to solve their problems.
Yeah,
And it seems like that's where TruPowur really shines.
absolutely.
It gives you the tools to personalize your approach and cater to each client's specific needs.
And that leads us perfectly into the actual tools within TruPowur.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to crack open the toolbox and see what's inside.
Let's do it.
Chapters 4 and 5 are all about how TruPowur helps you attract leads, manage those leads, and ultimately turn them into, hopefully, loyal clients.
Exactly.
The book doesn't hold back on the praise.
It does not.
It even claims that TruPowur can make a brand new salesperson feel like a seasoned pro.
It's funny you should say that because...
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Let's start with lead generation.
Sure.
How does TruPowur make that process easier and more efficient?
So imagine having this huge database of potential clients,
Okay.
and they're all pre-qualified and already segmented based on their energy needs and their consumption patterns.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's what TruPower's lead generation tools do.
So you're not just cold calling random businesses.
Oh,
You're targeting specific leads who are actually likely to be interested in your services.
that's the idea.
That saves so much time and effort.
Right. And the book gives some great examples of salespeople who have used these tools to identify really high-value clients.
That's great, but finding leads is just the first step, right?
Right.
How do you nurture those relationships?
That's where the magic of automation comes in.
Oh, tell me more.
So TruPowur allows you to set up personalized email sequences
Okay.
and automated follow-up messages that go out at specific intervals, even when you're busy closing other deals.
That's incredible. So even if I'm busy, those leads aren't slipping through the cracks.
Exactly.
You're still staying top of mind.
Yes. And you can tailor those messages based on the specific interactions you've had with each person.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
I love that. Working smarter, not harder.
That's a recurring theme here.
It is. It is. And that leads us perfectly into the next thing that TruPowur excels at.
Okay, hit me with it.
Data analytics and reporting.
Ooh, data. I love a good data deep dive.
Oh, you're going to love this then. TruPowur gives you all these detailed reports on your sales performance.
Oh, wow.
It shows you what's working, what's not working, where the opportunities for growth are.
What kind of stuff can you track?
Everything, from your closing rate to the average value of your contracts.
It's like having a personal sales coach, constantly analyzing your performance.
Yes, exactly. But it goes beyond just tracking your own performance.
Okay, what else can it do?
It also gives you insights into market trends and customer behavior.
So I can see which types of contracts are in high demand,
Yep.
what kinds of concerns clients are raising,
Mm-hmm.
how the whole energy landscape is changing.
Exactly. And this is where we circle back to those index contracts
Yeah.
and the nuances of the deregulated market.
Because it's not just about selling what's easiest. It's about finding the right solution, even if it's a more complex contract.
And TruPowur gives you the knowledge and the tools to do that effectively.
It's like having a cheat sheet for the energy market.
I wouldn't call it a cheat sheet, but it definitely gives you a leg up.
Okay, well, I'm sold. I'm officially impressed.
Good.
It sounds like TruPowur is a game changer for anyone selling energy, especially for those who are new to the game.
It can be, but we can't forget about the human element.
Right, because technology can only take you so far.
Exactly.
Ready to dominate the energy market? Dialing for Dollars is your ultimate guide to selling electricity and natural gas contracts with TruPower's powerful SaaS platform. Learn how to master phone sales, leverage cutting-edge technology, navigate contracts and compliance, and build lasting customer relationships, all while scaling your business in this lucrative, fast-paced industry. Don't wait. Click the link below and get your copy of Dialing for Dollars by Matt Fox today.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
Now, before we jump back into all the amazing things TruPowur can do,
Yeah,
we were talking about the challenge of selling renewable energy
right.
to customers who, maybe are really focused on costs.
Yeah, it's definitely a balancing act.
It is.
But luckily, Dialing for Dollars actually gives us some really smart strategies for kind of reframing that whole conversation.
Okay, I like that. So what does the book recommend? How do you do it?
Well, one approach is to shift the focus away from those short-term costs
Okay.
and instead highlight the long-term savings.
Okay, because, renewable energy might have a slightly higher upfront investment,
Right.
but over time, those renewable sources could lead to much lower energy bills.
Exactly. And as the technology gets better and more efficient, those savings are just going to keep growing.
So you need to help your clients see the bigger picture.
Right.
Help them understand that going green can actually save them money in the long run.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about like solar panels on a house,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that initial cost, but then you're generating your own power, potentially
Yeah.
saving a ton of money over time.
Yeah, that's a great example. And it brings up another point that the book makes, which is this growing desire for energy independence.
Oh, interesting.
More and more people want to reduce their reliance on those traditional energy sources and take control of their own energy future.
It's about that sense of security and peace of mind, knowing that you're not totally at the mercy of, fluctuating energy prices.
Exactly. Or even potential grid disruptions and things like that.
Right, so you're not just offering lower costs. You're offering stability and control.
Exactly. And that is a really powerful selling point for renewable energy contracts.
It's like becoming your own little mini power plant, which is pretty cool, I gotta say.
It is.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Some people, they're not just driven by practicality and savings, right?
Right.
They want to feel good about their choices.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where you can tap into the emotional side of renewable energy.
Oh, yeah, the feel-good factor.
Exactly. That desire to make a positive impact on the planet.
Like you're not just selling a contract, you're selling a vision, like a cleaner, healthier future.
Exactly. So highlight those environmental benefits, right? Reduced carbon emissions, cleaner air, a healthier planet for future generations.
You make it sound so good. How would you explain that to a potential client?
You could say something like, investing in a renewable energy contract isn't just about saving money on your bills. It's about investing in a healthier planet and a more sustainable future for you and your family.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
It makes it feel less like a financial transaction and more like a meaningful choice.
Exactly. And you can back up that emotional appeal with the data, right?
Yeah.
You can talk about the growth of the renewable energy sector, the cost savings over time, and the positive environmental impact. And TruPowur takes that to a whole new level.
How so?
We're talking really in-depth customer profiles, detailed histories of all your interactions, even personalized communication preferences for each client.
So you could remember their birthday, their kids' names, their favorite sports team.
Maybe not that detailed,
Okay, maybe not that detailed.
but you get the idea.
I do.
It's about going beyond just the basic contact info and really getting to know your clients on a deeper level.
Because the more you know, the better you can tailor your approach
Exactly.
to serve their needs.
And build that trust, which leads to closed deals and those long-term relationships.
Okay, so advanced CRM, that's a big plus.
It is.
What else makes TruPowur stand out from the crowd?
Well, the data analytics tools are pretty impressive, especially if you're a data nerd like me.
I'll admit I'm a bit of a data geek myself.
Oh, nice. Well, then you'll love this.
Okay, tell me, what kind of insights can you uncover with TruPowur?
We're talking in-depth analysis of customer behavior, sales trends, even market fluctuations,
So you can see which marketing campaigns are working best, which sales pitches resonate with certain types of clients, maybe even predict future energy consumption patterns.
You got it. It's all about taking all that data and turning it into actionable intelligence.
So it's not just about having a lot of data.
Right.
It's about knowing how to use it.
Exactly. And TruPowur makes that really easy because it presents the data in a very clear visual way, with charts, graphs, dashboards.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
All those numbers and graphs can be a little intimidating sometimes.
I totally get it, but trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds.
Okay.
TruPowur's interface is designed to be super user-friendly, even if you're not a data scientist.
So even a technophobe like me could figure it out.
Oh, absolutely. And the book even walks you through step by step how to use those analytics tools to your advantage.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit more confident now.
Good.
What about integrations? Can TruPowur connect with other software and systems that I'm already using?
That's one of the things that the book raves about. TruPowur integrates with a whole bunch of different tools, from communication platforms to payment processors.
So I could make calls, send emails, even process payments, all without ever leaving the TruPowur platform.
Exactly. It streamlines your workflow and saves you so much time and hassle. It's almost like having a virtual assistant handling all the tedious tasks for you.
Speaking of assistants, the book mentions something about TruPowur integrating with, like, AI-powered chatbots. Is that right?
That's right. These chatbots can handle basic inquiries from potential clients. They can schedule appointments. They can even offer personalized recommendations based on the client's energy needs.
Wow, so even when I'm not available,
Yep.
my clients are still getting the information they need.
Exactly. And it frees you up to focus on those high-value interactions that require a human touch.
It's like having a 247 customer service team.
It really is.
My mind is officially blown.
Oh, good. I like it.
TruPowur really does seem like the ultimate tool for anyone in this business.
It is pretty amazing, and we haven't even gotten to the collaboration features yet.
Oh, right. The book mentions something about how TruPowur makes it easier for sales teams to actually work together.
It does. It has a whole suite of tools that allow teams to communicate and share knowledge, strategize on deals, even celebrate each other's successes.
It's like a virtual team huddle right there in the platform.
Exactly. And that fosters a sense of camaraderie and support, which is so important in a fast-paced industry like this one.
Absolutely, because when the team wins, everyone wins.
Exactly. All right, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have. We've explored everything from understanding those different contract types to, the art of selling over the phone.
We've even talked about the psychology of selling renewable energy and how important it is to appeal to both the head and the heart.
And, of course, we had to dive deep into the world of TruPowur,
Of course.
uncovering all those amazing features, from the user-friendly interface to the powerful data analytics.
The CRM, the integrations.
It seems like it really has it all.
It does. It's a game changer.
But before we wrap up this part, I have one more question that's been on my mind.
Okay, sure.
The book talks a lot about the importance of building long-term relationships with your clients.
Right.
But in a world where technology is becoming more and more prevalent in sales, how do you strike that balance
Yeah.
between automation and that genuine human connection?
That's a great question, and it's something that all salespeople are dealing with these days, and that's actually what we'll be tackling in part 3 of this deep dive.
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Along with some final thoughts on the future of energy sales and the role of technology in all of this.
Okay, sounds good to me. Stay tuned for the final part of our exploration into this world of selling energy contracts.
Ready to dominate the energy market? Dialing for Dollars is your ultimate guide to selling electricity and natural gas contracts with TruPower's powerful SaaS platform. Learn how to master phone sales, leverage cutting-edge technology, navigate contracts and compliance, and build lasting customer relationships, all while scaling your business in this lucrative, fast-paced industry. Don't wait. Click the link below and get your copy of Dialing for Dollars by Matt Fox today.
All right, we're back for the final part of our energy sales deep dives.
We left off on a pretty big question.
We did.
Yeah.
How do you balance automation and genuine human connection in this business?
Yeah, especially when you have a tool like TruPowur that can, seemingly do it all.
Right, it's tempting to just let the robots take over.
It is, but luckily Dialing for Dollars offers some guidance on this.
Okay, good. So what's the secret? Spill the beans.
Well, the book really stresses that technology should just be seen as a tool.
Okay,
A tool to enhance human interaction.
not replace it.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Automation can take care of those repetitive tasks, the things that eat up all your time,
Like what?
sending follow-up emails, scheduling appointments, all that stuff.
Right.
Then that frees you up to actually focus on building relationships.
Okay, I like that. So use the tech to streamline the busy work, but don't let it be a barrier between you and your clients.
Exactly. Strike that balance.
Balance is key.
The book also emphasizes the importance of personalized communication,
Okay, even when you're using automation.
especially then.
So even if I'm sending a mass email,
Yeah,
I should still try to tailor it to each person on the list.
as much as possible.
Wow, how do you even do that?
Even small things make a difference.
Like what?
Use their name, mention a previous conversation, reference something specific to their business.
It shows that you're paying attention.
Exactly. You're not just a number in my CRM.
And sometimes you
Sometimes.
just got to pick up the phone and have a real conversation.
There's no substitute for that human connection.
Especially when you're dealing with those complex issues.
Right? You've got to build trust.
It reminds me of that
Yeah.
saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
That's so true, and it applies to sales more than almost anything.
Because when you take the time to listen to your clients' needs, really understand their concerns,
Yeah.
it shows that you're not just there to close a deal.
Right.
You're actually there to help them.
You're a consultant, a trusted advisor.
Exactly. But building that kind of relationship takes time.
It does.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I like that analogy.
It's about showing up consistently, being patient,
Yeah.
being persistent.
So yeah, technology can definitely make you more efficient, help you reach more people,
But at the end of the day, it's that human connection that closes those deals.
and builds those lasting relationships that will really pay off in the long run.
I like that. So true.
Now, before we wrap up, the book also touches on the future of energy sales.
Oh, yeah. What does dialing for dollars predict?
It's optimistic, but it acknowledges that there are some challenges ahead.
Okay, give me the highlights. What are the big trends to watch out for?
Well, first and foremost, the continued rise of renewable energy.
Yeah, no surprise there.
That's not going away anytime soon, so if you're in this business, you got to stay ahead of the curve.
Learn everything you can about those options.
Exactly.
Be ready to explain the benefits to clients.
Another trend is the focus on energy efficiency.
Right, it's not just where your energy comes from, but how you use it.
Exactly. So salespeople need to be able to advise clients on, energy saving strategies, technologies, all that good stuff.
Be a sustainability expert.
Basically, yeah.
And then there's that whole data revolution that we keep coming back to.
Right. It's transforming the entire industry
Companies are collecting mountains of data.
and using it to, personalize offers, predict demand.
Optimize their operations.
Exactly. So salespeople really need to be data savvy these days.
If you want to succeed, you got to understand the data.
Know how to use it to your advantage.
Work smarter, not harder.
Always a good motto.
It is.
And finally, it might seem obvious, but the book really stresses the importance of building trust.
Yeah, especially with all the options out there. It's easy for clients to feel overwhelmed,
Right. They don't know who to believe.
So be that salesperson who's transparent and honest.
Yeah, be the trusted advisor that people can rely on.
Give them the guidance they need to make the best decision.
Well, I think that about covers it.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have, from the psychology of selling over the phone to the power of technology.
And of course, the importance of that human touch.
If you're interested in learning more, I highly recommend Dialing for Dollars. It's a great read.
Agreed. It's full of actionable advice that anyone can use.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
It's been a fascinating journey, and hopefully you're leaving with some new insights into the world of energy sales.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us.
And keep those energy-saving ideas flowing.
Ready to dominate the energy market? Dialing for Dollars is your ultimate guide to selling electricity and natural gas contracts with TruPower's powerful SaaS platform. Learn how to master phone sales, leverage cutting-edge technology, navigate contracts and compliance, and build lasting customer relationships, all while scaling your business in this lucrative, fast-paced industry. Don't wait. Click the link below and get your copy of Dialing for Dollars by Matt Fox today.